Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce my team research. My name Surya Hartanto with team member Mr. Salahuddin and Mr. Asluda. The title of our research is Work Skill Improvement of Vocational Student through the Land-Based Learning Model Development. Register paper DHAC 29. This research work is supported by Indonesian Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology. And then presentation of this article will be delivered by Mr. Salahuddin. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce my name. My name is Salahuddin. In this case, I would like to present under the title Work Skill Improvement of Vocational Student through the Land-Based Learning Model Development. The low competency among vocational high school students indicates that the learning process has not comprehensively met the aspect of work skill, and it makes the graduates lack expertise. Basically, the learning process must be directly integrated with the work process to facilitate the students with a real experience of work setting. The inadequate competency of vocational graduates can be seen from the labor absorption within the national scale in Indonesia, in which only 10.87% of vocational graduates. Actually, it is lower than other education level. Based on Indonesian statistical database BPS 2070, this gap must be solved immediately by enhancing the competency among vocational students in order to meet the industrial standard. Work skills are abilities that are needed by individuals in the workplace, including hard skill and soft skill. The hard skill in vocational education must be possessed by students to achieve their competencies. Therefore, this study aims at developing the land-based learning models referring to industrial needs. In this model, the learning process is integrated with the world of work to present a bridge connecting to school education and professional work in order to provide real work experience among students. Literature review. To prepare students to face the world of work, it should be supported with the right learning process by integrating learning with the world of work or industry. One of the appropriate principles is the application of lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing is a system used in a company's and production process to achieve maximum profit in case of its effectiveness and productivity through continuous development. The land-based learning model provides a solution to realize work skill development among vocational high school students. School learning must be integrated with the world of work to be able to develop knowledge, skill, and attitude in accordance with the objective of vocational education. The concept of land-based learning model is created to meet the achievement of vocational work skill. Land-based learning model has been declared valid to improve vocational students' work skill that are supported by the syntax of stimulus, identification, reflective observation, monitoring, proof, assessment, and reflection. Methodology. This result is a research development using the modified design of Borg and Gall. It included 4 steps, that is, analyzing the product to be developed, developing the initial product, expert validation and revision, and the last, field trials, and products finalization. The research product has been tested through the test of validity, effectiveness, and practicality. The validity test used content validity with the questionnaire completed by 5 selected experts based on the relevant expertise. The results of the validity test were presented descriptively. The effectiveness test of the learning model was conducted with experimental study with the population, and the sample were the 11th grade students of mechanical engineering from the Vocational High School in Kepulauan Riau, Indonesia. The sample was selected through the random cluster sampling technique, that is, the students who were carrying out industrial practice or internship with work shadowing strategies. The practicality tests were measured by analyzing the students' learning outcome after the action process. Result and finding. Based on the result of the study, the lane-based learning model has been tested through content validity based on 5 expert assessment. The content validity test referred to the 3 assessment aspects. The first one is supporting theory, and then the structure of the learning model, and then the last is learning outcome. The analysis result, the lane-based learning model can be included in the valid category. The effectiveness of learning model was measured based on the learning outcomes amongst the vocational high school students at the end of the industrial practices. They implemented the internship using the work shadowing strategy. The assessment result showed that the minimum completeness criteria were 60%, with the individual completeness of 75. This assessment was carried out based on the average score from both the teachers and the industrial instructor as the field supervisors. Referring to the students' learning outcome, there were 80% of them who passed the completeness criteria with the category of good. The practicality test model, the practicality tests were done to the respondent consisting of the teachers who taught in mechanical engineering majors, the industrial instructors, and students who had applied the lean principles for their learning process in the industry. The practicality results were presented in the form of percentages. Based on the result, it was obtained that the teacher responses were 86%. The instructors were 80% and the students were 84% respectively. It means the result of the practicality test can be considered as good. Result and finding. The lean-based learning model provide real experience by directly connecting to the learning process with the expert of the working field in the mechanical engineering department or called the integrated learning with the world of work. This learning model provides an opportunity to combine theoretical knowledge from classroom learning with direct application in the world of work. This model is able to provide students with real work experience and present a bright connecting to the students' academic and professional world of work. The link-based learning model provides the opportunity to combine skills and theory of learning in school with direct application in the world of work. The good learning experience will support students' competence, and this is in line with the basic concept of vocational education. Conclusion. Based on the research result, it is concluded that the lane-based learning model is considered valid, effective, and practical to improve the work skill among vocational high school students. As a result of research, this learning model is feasible to be implemented in vocational school. Applying this model is very important because it is a way to integrate school learning with the world of professional work. This learning model makes vocational students will get real work experience. Learning system that integrate the world of work provide exceptional benefit in the development of vocational students' work skill competencies. Thank you very much.